Who do you say that I am? A 40-day adventure in God. Day 20. The Lord will provide. Genesis 22 verse 14. So Abraham called the place the Lord will provide, and to this day it is said, on the mountain of the Lord it will be provided. Romans 5 verse 17. For if by the trespasses of one man death reigned through that one man, how much more will those who receive God's abundant provision of grace and the gift of righteousness reign in life through the one man, Jesus Christ? And Philippians 1 chapter 19, verse 19. I know that through your prayers and God's provision of the Spirit of Jesus Christ, what happens to me will turn out to be for my deliverance. Abraham on the mountain has taken Isaac. He's about to sacrifice him at the command of the Lord, when he looks up and the Lord stays his hand and shows him the ram that becomes the sacrifice. And Abraham says, the Lord will provide. My God is the provider. And for us, he has provided. The provision for our sin is in Jesus Christ. He has provided. The wonder of the Lord's provision is our very salvation. And in that salvation, we've seen that there is salvation and deliverance and healing and wholeness. Everything we require for life and godliness is in the salvation that comes through the provision of God through Jesus Christ. It is amazing. It is wonderful. And so sometimes when we find ourselves wondering, well, how am I going to get through this? And what about that? Jesus said, don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry. Consider the lilies of the field. Consider how God looks after everything. Why would you be concerned about your provision? He said, chase after one thing, the kingdom, and everything else will follow. All these things will be given to you if you put your focus on the kingdom. Abraham focused on the kingdom and was willing to give up even his son to find that God was his provider, because God was willing to give up his son, providing salvation for us.